How knowing Greek can help you learn English faster. A deep dive into linguistic legacy. Learning English can be challenging for non-native speakers, but for Greek speakers, the path is less foreign than it seems. The Greek language, steeped in thousands of years of history, has left a profound mark on the English lexicon. This isn't just a coincidence or limited to a few borrowed words. This is a linguistic alliance rooted in shared intellectual and cultural history. From vocabulary to conceptual frameworks, Greek has silently powered English for centuries. For Greek learners, understanding this connection is like holding a master key to English comprehension. A linguistic bridge, not a barrier. When native Greek speakers approach English, they're not starting from square one. Many English words are directly derived from Greek, and in some cases, the words have traveled nearly unchanged through time. English, while a Germanic language in structure, has absorbed a tremendous amount of Greek vocabulary, particularly through Latin and French intermediaries. This means that a Greek learner often encounters English words that are already familiar. Words that sound similar, have nearly identical meanings, and follow recognizable patterns. These are not isolated cases, but a consistent thread that runs through the English language. Take, for example, these everyday words. Angelos Engel, Divlos Bible. These are foundational concepts in English and are used across conversations, media, education, and politics. They are direct linguistic descendants of their Greek ancestors, providing a sense of familiarity and cognitive comfort for Greek speakers. The academic power of Greek. Greek has significantly shaped academic and scientific terminology. This influence is so extensive that a Greek learner studying in English might feel as though they are revisiting their school books, not learning an entirely new language. Here are a few examples of academic disciplines and concepts where Greek influence is undeniable. Greek term. English equivalent. Biología. Biology. Astronomía. Astronomy. Anatomía. Anatomy. These words don't just share roots, they often share pronunciation, suffixes, and even prefixes. This familiarity provides Greek learners with an intuitive grasp of English academic terminology, allowing them to accelerate their comprehension and application in educational settings. Arts, culture, and Greek foundations. The cultural overlap between Greek and English is most evident in the arts. Ancient Greece laid the foundation for drama, poetry, music, and aesthetics, all of which have a prominent place in English-speaking cultures today. Greek learners will find themselves at home when encountering English vocabulary related to the arts. Teatro, theater. Drama, drama. Sinfonia, symphony. Tragedia, tragedy. Mythologia, mythology. Monologos, monologue. These aren't simply borrowed words. They are linguistic vessels carrying centuries of storytelling, performance, and creativity. When Greek speakers encounter these English words, they are meeting old friends in new clothing. Philosophy and abstract thought, a Greek legacy. Greek philosophy forms the backbone of Western intellectual thought, and English has preserved this heritage through language. Words like philosophy, philosophia, logic, logiki, ethics, ethiki, and theology, theologia, are not just vocabulary. They represent frameworks of thinking that originated in Greece and were transmitted across time through language. Understanding these English terms is much easier for Greek learners because the concepts and the terminology are already deeply embedded in their linguistic consciousness. This provides not only a vocabulary boost, but also a richer comprehension of abstract ideas and intellectual traditions. Medicine and science, Greek at the core. Medical and scientific language is perhaps the most obvious arena where Greek dominates. Greek terms are the roots of most technical words in medicine, biology, psychology, and related fields. This is particularly useful for Greek speakers entering healthcare or scientific professions where terminology is both complex and Greek-derived. Psychologia, psychology, technology, anatomia, anatomy. Even advanced and specific terminology, pneumatikos, pneumatic, kinetikos, kinetic, polygon, maintains its Greek form. This kind of structural and phonetic consistency dramatically reduces the cognitive load on Greek learners. Everyday Greek in global English. Beyond the highbrow fields of science and philosophy, Greek is embedded in daily English life. Consider the following. Telefono, telephone. Meteorologia, meteorology. These terms appear in media, technology, education, and everyday conversations. Greek speakers, therefore, often find English less intimidating and more approachable due to these linguistic echoes. Structural familiarity and etymological awareness. Greek doesn't just help with individual words, it helps with understanding English at a structural and etymological level. Greek prefixes and suffixes form the building blocks of countless English words. Common Greek prefixes in English: auto, self, automobile, autonomy, tele, far, television, telepathy. Common Greek suffixes in English: graphy, writing, photography, calligraphy, phobia, claustrophobia, xenophobia. Understanding these components gives Greek learners the tools to decode unfamiliar English words with ease, predict meanings, and expand their vocabulary exponentially. Cultural identity and confidence. Language learning is not just about mechanics, it's also about confidence and identity. For Greek learners, knowing that their language has shaped English creates a powerful motivational boost. This realization turns English learning into a journey of rediscovery rather than an uphill battle. Students no longer feel like outsiders, but rather cultural contributors. They recognize that their native language is not a barrier, but a bridge, a conduit through which they can navigate the complexities of English with greater ease and pride. English idioms and Greek philosophy. Many English idioms and expressions also have roots in Greek thought. Concepts like the Achilles heel, Pandora's box, Midas touch, or Herculean task are directly lifted from Greek mythology and are used widely in modern English. For Greek learners, these idioms are not obscure or confusing. They're familiar stories told in a new language. This cultural familiarity enhances comprehension, contextual usage, and appreciation. Final thoughts, from familiarity to fluency. For native Greek speakers, English is not an entirely foreign language. It is a linguistic cousin. Greek has laid the groundwork for English in science, philosophy, medicine, the arts, and everyday life. Recognizing this connection allows Greek learners to build vocabulary faster, recognize and recall English words rooted in Greek more easily, understand complex concepts, comprehend scientific, philosophical, and academic terms intuitively, feel culturally empowered, gain confidence from the knowledge that their language shaped modern English, decode unfamiliar words, use etymological insight to break down new or difficult vocabulary, learn contextually, relate English idioms, expressions, and terminology to known Greek concepts. In the end, Greek isn't just a helpful tool, it's a secret weapon. It transforms English learning from memorization to meaningful connection. For Greek speakers, the journey to English fluency is less about translation and more about resonance, an echo of ancient voices shaping modern speech. So if you're a Greek speaker looking to master English, take heart. You're not entering a foreign land. You're simply continuing a dialogue that began thousands of years ago.